Seen a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready, white 25. It's coming up.
Winston now to throw on first down. He's got Green. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Ready, blue lady. 50 seconds to Mike. Let's go, let's convert.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Ready, black 25 behind. Hey. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
It's 3rd down and 12.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
47's the mic, boy, 47. Check.
From the gun, Winston. Open man, it's Keith Kirkwood. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll find Lindsey here. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Check. Watch 54.
They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Let's go, team.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Taylor. That's complete to Jake Buck. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's Freeman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down and 4, Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Let's go.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
Jameis now on first down. This goes to Barber, the running back. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Winston. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on the line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready? Blue lady. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Coming.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Buccaneers, first down.
Ready?
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And now it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Broncos 7, Buccaneers 0.
Ready? Black 25 behind.
Jameis to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Off the play fake, Winston. And it'll be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Taylor. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. This is the tight end Fant. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Taylor, and he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
18 on the play. First down, Broncos.
Taylor will lead up the offense 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. On third down, here's Lindsey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Taylor. Throwing again. And his throw here's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now it's Taylor. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Ready. Blue lady. Mark 27. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 36 yards on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And Taylor's throw there should have been intercepted, but it's incomplete. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. He's got his big tight end, Fant.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, well, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 44, Taylor. And his throw is incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
From the gun on third down, it's Taylor. Got a man. He finds Sanders. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Taylor now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's first and 10. Now Taylor stepping up. He's going to keep it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. To throw is Taylor. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 20.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, a run with Lindsey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Taylor will throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Ready?
Barber on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Ready? White 25. Hey, let's get this.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Stop your running. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Everyone go.
Play fake. Winston. That's going to be caught. 25 yards that time.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 3-yard touchdown run. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touch. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Another run by Lindsey. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 24. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Running right, this is Freeman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And certainly a valuable tool to have in your kit, Emmanuel Sanders, and he's shown us quite a bit in this one.
And that's why they want to use him immediately. You know they come out of the locker room saying, let's get the ball to him, get our offense jump-started, and in this case, it's worked throughout the game. Thus, they have the lead.
Now Taylor. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Deuce. White. Let's go.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Taylor. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing, Winston. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. Jameis to throw it. He completes it to Evans. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter.
Ready? Jack, what is that? 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
A first down throw for Winston. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Taylor steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
On 3rd down, Taylor. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, that's good.
And Sanders has got it complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lindsey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because of...
And that's caught inside the 30. Oh, he's got some... Mike Evans, he's going to go. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead will shrink to 6. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Mike 54. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. After the penalty, here's Freeman. Carl Nassib there on the tackle, and now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Brings up 2nd down at the 44-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, defense, let's go.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Taylor to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the deep... And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Winston to throw. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. Now Winston. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. From the red zone now, Winston. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Winston to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Check 46.
Back to throw. And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And it's good! And on opening weekend, a field goal to win it as time expires. On Blake Street tonight, the Broncos have won it.